That's nice.
Hey everybody, Kara Castronova in front of the White House for DC Live, where we're going to talk to some average American tourists and maybe not from America. There are a lot of international people that come to the White House, generally from South America, from Europe, to tour the United States. And everybody wants to see the White House, especially now, I believe, because President Trump is here. Oh, my bad. Technical difficulties, but President Trump is in the White House, and obviously, America, like the president is saying, is hot. It's hot again. It's cool again. It wasn't so cool for 4 years of Joe Biden. It was probably, I'm making the assumption now. I wasn't here to say that I was an eyewitness to this, but I really don't think there were a lot of tourists in Washington, D.C. When Joe Biden was in the White House, it was probably unoccupied for the most part when he was president, except for the auto pen, obviously, which resided here in the White House. But now, obviously, we're here in D.C. where it's just booming with tourism. We meet people every day. They're so happy to be here, for this historical presidency. Generally, Trump supporters are touring D.C. and favorable to the president. Of course, there are protesters, as always. This is obviously something that is important, I think, in any type of republic to be able to protest, whether I agree with these people or not. I always like to see protesters. I really do, because that means that the First Amendment is alive and kicking. It's so important, free speech. We will talk to some people. Hi, how are you guys doing? Where are you visiting from?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. What part?
Durand.
Is that kind of near? What is that? What's the main city in Wisconsin? That's where they make cheese. I know that, right? Wisconsin's cheese.
Yep.
Are you we're talking to people today about, I don't know if you're aware that there's a new Department of Justice investigation. Have you heard about that into Russiagate? Do you know, you might be too young to know what Russiagate is. Do you know what Russiagate is?
I heard about it.
Did you hear that they're now investigating Obama and Hillary Clinton? Do you think that this is a necessary thing?
Yeah, I do.
You do? Tell me why.
Because they did the same thing to him.
Right. So
Right?
there's a grand jury probe. A lot of evidence is coming out. Tulsi Gabbard's pulling out receipts now for things that a lot of people feel like they knew for a long time. But, do you think that the American public wants to see generally this investigation? Is this something that's supported by the people?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the election results kind of showed that, what people want. So I think they're all for it.
And did you know Joe Biden, he might now, they're saying Joe Biden might have some sort of immunity because of that landmark Trump case last year. But during the time of the conspiracy, might be seditious conspiracy, who knows, Joe Biden was vice president, so he would not have presidential immunity. He might go to jail. I'd feel bad for him.
I doubt it very much. You know how that all goes. Yeah.
Well, let's see him indicted and let the people decide. That's the way the justice system works. Hopefully it'll work good this time around. And have a wonderful trip. We're here in front of the White House. President Trump today is in here. He's actually, what is he doing today? He's making a special announcement at 4:30. So tune in to Lindell TV, Mike Lindell, and definitely buy my pillow. And the Giza Dream sheets are the best. I just got mine, and I'm not just saying this. I'm not like an advertising person. Mike makes sure that we actually all have the products so that we can actually talk honestly about them. And he was fighting for election integrity for a long time in a state similar to Wisconsin. I think it's kind of nearby. All of those Midwest states. I'm from New York. I don't know if you could tell from my accent, but, God bless you and have a wonderful trip here in Washington, D.C. and hope you get to see everything. Thanks. You never know with Wisconsin. I wasn't certain if they would be favorable to seeing, Hillary Clinton locked up in a jail cell in an orange jumpsuit. Seemed like he was. Again, it's so weird when you meet these 20-year-olds, like these kids, like back during Russiagate, they were literally, well, they weren't infants, but they were like 8 years old. It's almost like bizarre to me that, you talk to these kids now who are adults, they're 20, 21, 22, and they don't even remember the first Trump presidency. They were literally playing, well, no, they weren't playing in playgrounds. They were playing with their iPhones, probably watching, I don't know, was Blue's Clues cool around then, about 10 years ago? So interesting to talk to some of these kids and also really understand sort of what their school was teaching them at the time about that first Trump presidency. I know a lot of teachers were brainwashing the students that Trump was a fascist, Trump was a Nazi. That did not stand the test of time. Hi, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Did you hear about the new investigation into Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden and Barack Obama?
I did.
What are your thoughts?
I don't have any thoughts on that.
Well, do you think that there should be an investigation? Is this a way that, we should move forward as a country? Should people be held accountable if they committed crimes?
Yeah, of course. Accountability is number one, right?
Yep.
I have to go.
Thank you. Hey, how are you guys? Where are you from?
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. What you both have beautiful eyes.
Thank you.
Are you a couple?
Yes.
You look like you
Very.
and you both have the same color eyes?
Yes.
Yeah, they have these amazing green eyes. I'm jealous. Do your children? Oh my goodness. Wow. And she has the eyes? Oh my God. Beautiful, beautiful. So, hi. So you're from Arizona.
Yes.
What part of Arizona? Phoenix, Arizona. It's pretty there. You guys are just here doing the sightseeing thing
My mom lives there. Yeah, we wanted to come look.
to visit her?
Yeah,
Were you born here? Because your mom lives here?
born in Phoenix. She moved out here to work for the VA.
Oh, she works for the VA. So was she a veteran?
No, she's not a veteran.
So I don't know what your thoughts are, but there's a new investigation. It's sort of the hot topic right now into Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, and Barack Obama. Did you hear about this?
No.
See, you guys are like the nice family doing like the walk in the park thing. You don't keep up with the news, which is a good thing because sometimes it's not always the best news. But a lot of people are saying that accountability needs to be had. Trump got arrested. He was mugshotted. And now it's coming out through intelligence that there was a conspiracy 10 years ago called Russiagate hoax, where these individuals tried to tie President Trump to Putin and therefore trying to really cripple the executive branch from doing its job. And now that Tulsi Gabbard, who is the director of intelligence, has the receipts, now there's a DOJ grand jury investigation. There might be indictments in the next couple months. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I was about to say I really don't keep up to it too much. I don't really.
Ain't none of my
Would you say that if people commit crimes, they should be held accountable, or at least
Well, of course you should be held accountable if you commit crimes, but it also depends on what the crime you have. So you don't really.
times reason too. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know.
keep in tune to that. It's interesting because we could have another presidential mugshot. Who knows? You know. So have a wonderful trip with your beautiful family, and God bless you.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people, again, sometimes I'm jealous of those type of people, really, that just like live in their own love bubble. They have two beautiful children. They're going on tours, probably going out to dinner, having drinks, things I don't do really, because, when you're involved in this universe of politics, of the news, sometimes it's hard to separate yourself. So then I encounter people like that actually have no, knowledge of, or not no knowledge, they just don't bother to be stressed out. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, because sometimes when that occurs, obviously, citizens have to be informed. So I think it's a fine line of being informed and, obviously not letting the news cycle drive you crazy. But I think that everybody that I've spoken to so far has agreed that if somebody committed a crime, maybe they should be investigated. I guess this is a Democrat talking point. Nobody is above the law, including Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden. I wonder who people hate the most or dislike the most. Let's find out. I'm thinking it might be Hillary. She is the most unsavory character I think that ever walked the face of the political planet. Joe Biden, people at this point, I think, just feel sorry for the guy because he was so incompetent. It was like elder abuse. And as far as Barack Obama, I think people are split. He still does have some sort of fans out there, people that think he was a revolutionary president. Maybe they weren't paying so much attention to what he was doing to journalists, the drones that he was dropping on American citizens, the wars that he was involved with, all of the things that he actually ran a platform against. He did. He was the most favorable president when it came to freedom of the press and answering Freedom of Information Acts and really going after whistleblowers. I don't know who was advising him. It's very disappointing because I did vote for him. I'm embarrassed to say I voted for Barack Obama, was raised as a Democrat before I woke up when President Trump came onto the scene. So, I'm open to change and I'm from New York. I'm from New York where obviously, people are mostly liberal, but not so much. It's turning out that maybe New York is more red than people think. I don't have a good feeling about these two, but we'll talk to them anyway. I don't know, the guy maybe. Hi, how are you? Oh, you're not, you're from England.
We're from Australia.
Australia. Okay, cool. Are you visiting just to tour the United States? Are you just here in DC or are you going anywhere else?
So we visited New York. We're there for 5 or 6 days, and we just took a day trip up here because we do have an interest in American politics. So it was lovely to come and see this area. It's been lovely. Go on.
Is it like in Australia, is American politics something people follow?
I think in Australia, people are very well aware of American politics at the moment. I think it's quite high on our
Particularly the
profile.
tariff stuff, you know.
What do you? Oh, the tariffs. What's the tariff deal right now? If you could even
That's a
update
good
me.
question. I think it depends on the product, but I think on steel it's about 15%, steel and copper. There's talk of higher tariffs on beef and the like, but I think it's all about President Trump wanting to do a deal,
Right.
you know, with every country that he's talking to.
Who's your leader there in Australia?
At the moment, it is a guy called Albanese.
And is he hasn't been here yet to the White House?
No, this he's struggling to get an audience with President Trump.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, I'm sure President Trump would meet with him. I don't see why he wouldn't.
I think it's just circumstance that they haven't got together yet.
Right.
I think they were going to get together when the leaders were, where were they recently? But there was the issue with Iran that pulled President Trump away at the time, so ran out of time.
Thoughts on the tariff? What is Australia thinking about the tariffs? Is it making them nervous? Do they feel like they could come to a fair agreement with the president?
Look, I think it's options. It allows options. I think it provides options for new deals and the like. So yeah, I guess I'm a little neutral in how that might go.
Well, we're talking. I don't know if you're aware of this. This is something that the mainstream media isn't reporting on a lot, but we are at Lindell TV. The big grand jury investigation
Yeah.
that was announced. Do you have any opinions on that?
Not particularly, no. Only because we're not across. Well, I'm not across it in detail. Yeah.
You're not what?
Across it in any detail, so no.
Well, basically, I'll wrap it up for you in a quick nutshell. The DOJ is now investigating with a grand jury. And it will likely indict Barack Obama, his associates, possibly Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, for everything having to do with the Russiagate hoax. Basically, it's considered a conspiracy, maybe even seditious, when a group conspires to cripple a presidency, which they tried to do with that first Trump term. So now there's these receipts coming out. Tulsi Gabbard, who's head of intelligence, I think she's great, is coming out with the receipts over things that people suspected for a very long time. What are your thoughts? Do you think that this is something that, the American people, and you're from Australia, do you think that the Australian people or people in general want to see accountability, and if there's anything that comes out of this investigation?
I guess broadly in government, we all want accountability. Working in government, we want the right things to occur because it's so important that government does function and it's open and transparent and honest. And so, I guess we expect in Australia accountability, transparency.
Was Hillary Clinton popular in Australia?
Yeah, look, it's an interesting one. I think it depends on which side of politics you are in Australia. We're a bit like here. We've got a kind of a left and a right wing. And I suppose those on the left were more inclined to be supporters of Hillary Clinton. But yeah, on the right, I don't think it's quite the same. I think our more right wing followers will be obviously more inclined to be supportive of Donald Trump as a president.
What about Joe Biden? Did people in Australia, I don't know if they're more street smart than some of the people here in the U.S., but were they able to see through the fact that Joe Biden wasn't exactly the president?
Look, good question, and one that probably didn't get a lot of mainstream coverage in Australia. It didn't get a huge amount. There weren't, the impacts from, around tariffs and all that sort of stuff that's going on is much more, I guess, on people's minds than perhaps when Joe Biden was president. There wasn't a huge amount of Australia-US sort of interaction that affected individuals. Yeah.
Right. Thank you for visiting, and we appreciate the tourism here in DC. It's a great, beautiful place to hang out, and the White House is beautiful. President Trump is making a special announcement today at 4:30. I think it might be about tariffs. I'm not sure. Go to lindelltv.com and check it out, and it should be everywhere.
Thank you for
All right, thank you so much. God bless you. So I always say, people, for the most part, it's people that obviously, when it involves them and it affects them, then they care more. And I guess the tariffs are really shaking things up in Europe. Guarantee they might have some steel. Maybe he's a steel worker, or they have some sort of business that might be affected by these tariffs. But generally, people care more about politics when it's directly affecting them. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Obviously, it's a good thing when anybody cares about politics, but I think everybody has to pay attention somewhat, because you never know when it's going to affect you. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before these things affect you. It might not affect you now. For example, the wind turbines. We're going to get into that another day. I'm going to rage about these horrible wind turbines. President Trump just killed a wind turbine farm like that, a Biden regime era wind turbine farm out in the Mideast. Kaput's done. Hopefully, he'll do the same for the evil, diabolical, killer wind turbines that are set to encroach on the Atlantic right outside of JFK Airport. Extreme security threat, national security threat, by the way. Hopefully, the president figures this out and kills that hideous project in the very near future. I'm curious to know what our liberal friend here feels about the, arrest, hopefully, of Hillary Clinton. He's talking to someone we will approach later. Very nice guy. I don't know. I think he's very sweet. Don't agree with everything that he stands for. He seems like a pacifist for the most part, and for the most part, anti-war. I respect that a lot. A lot of the Black Lives Matter and all that other stuff, a little bit not on the same page with. But again, when somebody is peaceful and they can have a good conversation with you, like this man who literally lives in this tent outside of the White House for the most part. He literally, and I told him I would bring him a MyPillow and promised him. I hate breaking promises. That's kind of the reason. I don't know if he's going to remember I promised him a MyPillow. I do have to order his MyPillow for him, so he will have a much more restful existence in that tent. I'm sure he loves it. The guy is happy as can be, and he sits out here all day long, fighting for what he believes to be. Oh, we're so sorry. So sorry. Sorry. Camera guy just bumped into someone. Well, we'll wait for him to finish his conversation. I just have a feeling that these two are liberals because they're videoing his. They're probably. I'm looking for somebody who might not be so happy that their hero Hillary might be in an orange jumpsuit in the near future. Let's see. Hi, how are you? Are you a journalist? Oh, where are you from?
Austria.
Australia. And you're from Australia too? Both of you. There's a lot of people visiting from Australia. What are your thoughts on the tariffs?
Pardon?
The tariffs. We just spoke to another Australian couple. They were here. They were interested in things going on in DC because they said that the tariffs might affect their life in Australia. President Trump's tariffs.
Terrorists.
The tariffs. Like the taxes on imports.
So it's a crazy thing, and Mr. Trump does very crazy things, and he wants to have a little bit of his meanings, and so a little bit will get through the road. Yes. Mm.
Well, did you hear the news that Joe Biden might be going to jail?
Joe Biden to jail.
Yeah. He might be getting mugshotted like President Trump. It turns out that he was involved in a tremendous conspiracy. Allegedly, in 2016, when he was vice president, when he will have no presidential immunity, there's a big grand jury investigation into Obama associates, and that would include his vice president, Joe Biden.
I don't think that that it will come. So I don't know about this.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the mainstream media is not reporting on it, but it's huge news here in DC. Big investigation into Joe Biden.
Yes. Yes. Mr. Biden has done some things which Mr. Trump doesn't want. So there are different opinions. There will be also every time differences. Mm.
If there was a mugshot of Joe Biden, do you like the one with President Trump? Everybody had it on their T-shirt. People even got tattoos on their body of President Trump's mugshot. Remember when he went to jail? Do you think people will create T-shirts with Joe Biden's mugshot?
No, I don't think so. No.
We would feel bad. He's senile. It's almost like elder abuse. But you never know. We'll see.
Yes.
Thank you so much. God bless. Have a
Bye.
great
Yeah,
day.
thank you. Bye.
I don't think anybody would wear a T-shirt with Joe Biden's mugshot. It would almost be really pathetic, actually. I don't feel bad for him because, when he was vice president, he knew what he was doing. Now he probably, God only knows where that man is in Maryland, Delaware, rather, a state that I actually get anxiety driving through because I know, that is the home place of Joe Biden. I'm sorry to anybody watching from Delaware. I think I have to remove that association from my mind, but I was persecuted politically by the Biden regime. The FBI was sent to my house by his pit bull, his terrorizer, that would be Merrick Garland, and I was canceled off of social media. I was literally on an FBI watch list. So, I don't have the most fond, feelings towards Joe Biden. And when I drive through Delaware, it kind of gives me the creeps. Again, no disrespect to any resident of Delaware besides Joe Biden and his criminal family. They're doing some sort of meditation over here, so we're not going to bother him. Well, Let's see. So, the cool guy in his little tent, he's doing meditation. We got to get him his My Pillow. I think it would be a really nice, and Mike Lindell agrees, it would be a nice gesture to offer this liberal protester who says war is not the answer. I mean, I can't disagree with what he's saying. War is not the answer. We're going to bring him a My Pillow. We are going to bring him a My Pillow, and we're going to ask this guy over here. I don't know if he's open to talking to us. Hi, how are you? Did you hear that Joe Biden might be getting arrested?
I have no idea about that.
Where are you from?
I'm from Jordan.
Jordan?
Yes.
Like, Jordan is in the Middle East.
Correct.
Yeah. I'm trying to think because you look European. I'm not trying to be judgmental, but I know that people from the Middle East, there's the misconception. But I thought you were maybe from England or Scotland.
Yeah, actually, I'm from Jordan.
I found out that I have a ancestry that goes to some parts of Turkey. That's not far from Jordan, I don't think.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Why are you visiting?
I'm here actually working today with the Tirti Arabic as a correspondent. Yeah, in front of the White House.
So you're a journalist.
Yes, I'm a journalist.
So then are you aware that Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, and Barack Obama might be soon going to jail?
I heard about that, but the story I'm following today is about Steve Witkoff in Moscow. So I don't know like too much details about what you're talking about, but I heard about that. Yeah.
Tell me a little about the story you're covering.
I'm covering the story about Steve Witkoff in Moscow and the meeting with Putin, and Donald Trump said, I'm just reading about his response. There is like a good step happened there in Moscow in the way to solve the issue and to end the war, Russian war in Ukraine.
So you for ending the war in Ukraine or continuing to send weapons to Ukraine?
I think you mean the U.S.
Should the U.S. keep funding Ukraine?
No, I don't think so. Trump administration are going to do that. Maybe through the Europe. That means like Europe countries gonna buy the U.S. Army and support that with Ukrainian.
In Jordan, what is Putin's reputation?
It's good actually. Good relationship between Jordan and Russia.
And I'm sure you have a low opinion of Zelensky.
Zelensky, I'm not sure about that, but he put his country in very bad situation instead of Russia.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people here in the United States agree, but the mainstream media wouldn't tell you that. Where could we watch your channel?
Yeah, TRT Arabic. It's a Turkish channel in Arabic language.
And you're just here visiting, or are you generally stationed here in?
I'm visiting. Yeah. Yes.
Have a wonderful visit, and thank you for talking to us today. And continue telling the truth about Zelensky, the actor who doesn't know anything really about running a war. Obviously, he was a actor playing a president, and now he's playing a president who's trying to invoke, World War III. Let's see if there's. Hi, how are you? Are you? No, you don't want to talk. No problem. Hi, how are you? I really wanted to ask some people about Hillary Clinton getting mugshotted. Want to talk? No. Let's see. Now we're coming into parts of the park where people, I guess, are less. Who wants to talk? You? Okay. Hey, ladies, would you like to comment on today's politics? Did you hear that there's a likely chance that Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton might be possibly getting indicted?
I did not hear about that.
What would you think if you saw Hillary Clinton mugshotted the way Trump was?
Honestly, I would feel some type of way. A leader obviously should be representing the American people at a higher standard. But people that are supporting Trump, they don't see it that way. They don't see his felonies as an issue. If it was a person of color or a woman, it would be a different story.
What about Joe Biden?
The same thing, a Democratic Party, someone with a different point of politics, of view, and I feel like they wouldn't accept that.
Do you think if Joe Biden committed crimes, and they're saying now as vice president, that he should be at least investigated by the Department of Justice to see if it has any legs?
I think they would. They wouldn't take it how they're taking it with Trump.
Some type of way. That's a thing that kids are saying now. My niece and nephew say that. What does that mean? Some type of way. It's like a slang thing.
Type of way. I mean it in a way that for Trump, the felonies that he's done is not okay. The other scandals that he has is not okay. And I don't know how to.
I hear what you're saying. No, I meant that I'm interested. The some type of that slang. Yeah, my niece and my next door neighbor always is like, I'm feeling some type of way, right? And I'm like, what is that? Is this the new thing? I think my generation passed it. You know, what does it mean?
I think it just means like it's a
Like,
feeling. It's a
right.
feeling that's
It's
just
too-
not right.
I might
But
use it, but I might be too old to use it. But I do feel some type of way about some type of way. And thank you for sharing your opinion. Thank you so much, ladies. Have a good day. So yeah, that's a thing that people are saying now, some type of way. It's I know if you're 25 and younger, I think you would know what that means. I'm just learning myself because I have nieces and nephews, and I have an next door neighbor that's always telling me that she feels some type of way. And then I've heard it here and there with influencers on social media. It's kind of cute. I might try to throw it into my lexicon some type of way. I'm feeling some type of way right now. A good way. I don't know if I'm using this right about this indictment about Hillary Clinton possibly being suited up in orange. I'm feeling some type of way about Joe Biden, getting indicted, the auto pen. And I'm definitely feeling some type of way about Barack Obama and all of his friends possibly, also being investigated, subpoenaed, and brought before Congress and the Department of Justice. And the great part about this whole congressional thing that, they're bringing them in, Comer's bringing a lot of Obama's associates in and intelligence people in because this is a great opportunity for them to lie under oath. Number one, because they're just liars. They're not going to tell the truth, but we'll catch them lying under oath and lying to Congress, which is obviously a felony that amounts to a lot of jail time. And secondly, we will actually be able to give them the opportunity to avoid showing up. Oh, I got unplugged for a second. Wait for me to get plugged back in. They might just not answer the subpoena and not show up. And, let's arrest them the way that Steve Bannon and others were arrested for not showing up to these ridiculous congressional subpoenas. So we'll see what happens with that. I think it just opens up opportunities for these people to commit crimes right before the midterms. Or right before the elections, rather, in November, not yet the midterms, but the 2025 elections. There are a lot of elections, especially local elections going on in 2025 that are so important. We're coming to a close where we're going to go to Allison Steinberg next. Are we doing a 2-box with Allison? Allison Steinberg always does great interviews, a great commentary on things going around in Washington, D.C. I think Lindell TV is one of the only news organizations that actually comes out. We do kind of our own straw polling with actual real people rather than pundits and ridiculous politicians who just lie through their teeth. People are more raw. People tell the truth. And you kind of get, I think, you get a sense for what the mainstream media is reporting on when you talk to regular people. Some of them clueless about this DOJ indictment. Some of them heard about it a little bit. It's very interesting. So we're going to go to Allison Steinberg next, and I will see you on the Mike Lindell Show at 2 p.m.
Continue. They will bring you in 2 boxes, hopefully. Yeah, he's there.
Is Allison there?
Yes.
Hey, Kara, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Yes, I'm outside of the White House just talking to people, asking them the question, should Hillary Clinton be indicted? Should Obama be indicted? How about Joe Biden? And the consensus is that yes, if they committed crimes, they should. Then of course there's one or two people who always right. But there was one girl who of course brought it back to Trump, but she was young. She doesn't know any better. She's like, what about Trump's felonies? But the majority of people do believe that they should be held accountable. And, that obviously what's the harm in doing an investigation? If there was no crimes committed, then they will not be indicted by the grand jury. So I think the American people do want to see these politicians, whether they're Democrat or Republican, held accountable, finally once and for all, because they view them as elitists who have been able to escape the law, unlike President Trump, who was arrested and dragged through court for many years, had to spend, millions and millions of dollars in legal defenses, scared and terrified the rest of America and his supporters that we would be arrested next. So, I think the time is now finally to hold these Democrats accountable, and rhinos hopefully in the future, and the American people, at least the ones I'm talking to today, seem to agree with that.
Yeah, I think it's a long past time, and the American people just want accountability, regardless if it's on the left or the right. I think that is why this Epstein issue is so huge, and that's why I think the MAGA base largely is so upset, because for a while there it seemed like we weren't going to make any headway on Epstein. But with the public pressure campaign on and the ramping up of the conversation that's now being had, it's amazing to see how things are sort of falling into place with Epstein, and of course the Russia hoax, this massive bombshell that was revealed by Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, it's just been an amazing last couple of weeks, and it actually seems like we're starting to make some headway for the first time really ever. All of these corrupt politicians have been able to escape the law in one way or another for years and years and years, and it's time for that to come to an end. So I'm glad to hear that the people that you've talked to, Kara, are on board with this. Usually you don't get that sort of response here in D.C., where everyone tries to seemingly protect the elites and these sick pedophiles, right?
It's true. And you know what's weird about the one, she was very sweet, the last girl I spoke to, but it's almost like she would rather, it's almost like because Hillary is a woman and Obama is like a person of color, they'd rather them not get in trouble. But okay, it's okay for Joe Biden because he's an old white guy. It's bizarre how that mentality
that is.
is.
So funny.
Like that's just that younger mentality. Like, of course, if she's a woman or if it's a person of color, they're going to go after them harder and people are going to cheer on those mugshots. I'm like, Trump was mugshotted. But then I said, what about Joe Biden? And then they seem a little bit more open. Okay, Joe Biden. We don't care. He's an old white guy. I don't want to say that that's like just an anecdotal person I spoke to, sort of. I don't want to say that that's all of the population of kids in general. But, I just think that that's really interesting. Hillary's still
Well, it's
probably
interesting
going
you
to
say
play
that.
the woman card.
Yeah, it's funny
Go
you say
ahead.
that, because every time I talk to people out here in front of the White House, I often come across, girls and younger children who are very much of that mindset. And when I ask them, what do they like about President Trump, they can't answer anything. And then I say, well, what would you have liked under Biden or Kamala? And they always say, well, we just want the first girl president. So that's all it is for the younger generation. It's just about male or female. Don't worry about the politics. Don't worry about any of the issues. It's just about male or female, apparently. So we got a lot of work to do with these younger kids, the younger generation that seemingly, avoids political discussion like the plague. There was another kid I talked to out here the other day who, was old enough to be paying attention, though he admitted he wasn't. And I just find that so often out here talking to the younger crowd. So many of them are so out of touch. I think they're so distracted by their devices that they're always scrolling through and swiping through that they're not paying attention to issues that matter. And I think it's really sad. So I'm grateful that here at Lindell TV, we have the opportunity to hit the streets and get a feel for what people are thinking and hopefully try to educate some people too in the process, right?
Yeah, no, it is good. And people bring the facts hopefully back to where they came from. There's a lot of people, I don't know if you're coming outside today, but there's a lot of people, for whatever the reason, from Australia out here. I spoke to two couples and heard, so they're here. They're interested a lot in the politics going on right now because of the tariffs. And I guess the way it affects Australia. So it's interesting. I've met Australians out here today. I've met Brazilians on days where there's soccer matches. So today it's Australia and other parts of the country out here today. Again, not sure if you're coming out here or staying inside the White House, but some interesting people out here.
Well, I actually am in front of the White House. I don't think you can see me, Kara, but we are here in front of the White House. Couple groups out here that we will talk to. So with that, I will let you go, Kara. Thanks so much for all of your great work so far today. I know you have more to come, and we will carry on with the man on the street. So with that, let's head on over. I see some people over here that we can try to talk to. Kara said there was quite a few Australians, so let's see if we have the same experience. It's always nice when people are visiting from other countries and want to talk. I find very often people visit from other countries and they're like forbidden from speaking about anything political. It's very strange. So let's continue on. Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you. What's your name?
Laura.
Laura.
Anna.
And where are you from?
Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, wow. What brings you out to the White House today?
Just to see where our president does his work.
What's that all about?
We won't even go there.
Well, that's where I want to go. I'm hoping you would comment on what you think about the president.
He's still in office, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Yes, he is.
Do you like what he's done so far in office?
No, not really.
No, okay.
No.
What do you dislike?
How he talks to people.
Okay.
That's really disgusting to me.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
And how he lies.
Well, what lies do you think are like the notable ones?
He just makes up numbers. He pulls them out of his yin yang and yeah.
Okay. I mean, what do you think about some of his actual policies, like the immigration stuff, the tariffs?
No.
No?
He went too hard too soon.
Okay.
And I don't know what happened to his buddy Elon, but
Yeah.
something must have happened.
Yeah, there was a bit of a falling out,
I
it
think
seems.
so, yes.
Did you like what Elon did with Doge and all the...
No, I did not.
No?
No, sending people away and raiding businesses and sending people that were here working.
Mhm.
Don't know if they pay taxes. That's the problem.
Well, I mean, do you agree that there is waste, fraud, and abuse in the government that needs to be looked into and cut?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just didn't like the approach.
No, I did not like the approach. And yeah, no.
Interesting. Okay.
And then about education, why does he want to do away with the Department of Education?
Well, I think it's like more to address the wokeness in the schools. How do you feel about the, LGBT curriculum and whatnot being taught? in
Well,
schools?
I believe that God created all people, and I may not partake in their behaviors, but they are people, and I support them.
Okay.
Yeah. Even as an old person, and as a Christian.
I don't think you're old. Come on.
I am old. But-
Okay, so you think as a Christian we should be supporting the LGBT agenda being taught to children in schools? I mean, have you seen some of these books that kids are reading? They're very graphic.
No, I don't like that. But as far as saying a gay person being a teacher, and I have gays and lots. I have a very diversified family. And so I do support them as people.
But don't you think as a Christian we should try to encourage them to follow the word of God, which strictly is, very clear on homosexual activity and, not exposing children to that type of
Right.
nonsense?
Exactly. But I also believe it teaches us to love
Okay.
and to treat. I really wonder if Jesus was walking upon the streets today, what would his opinion really be? I know he told the Samaritan woman, go and sin no more, and other people, but he's still beyond anything. I think he looked at the needs in people's hearts. And because somebody wants to sleep with the same sex, which is gross to me,
I think so.
I don't want to see it. And I don't want to partake in it.
And I don't want children looking at it either.
No, I don't want him to looking at it, but yeah.
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 Well, I think, the Lord wants everyone to come to him, come as you are, but don't stay that way. I think that if the Lord was here today, he would encourage, the people that are partaking in that despicable behavior to turn from their sinful ways and to do what is clearly outlined in the Bible.
And then also, though, a sin is a sin. So why is that sin any other than it is of the body, any different than me lying or cheating or adultery and all that?
True, a sin is a sin, but I think the Bible very clearly addresses homosexuality, and I think that if you know it's wrong, you shouldn't continue to do it. I don't think it's a free pass to be like, oh, I know it's a sin, but Jesus forgives me, so I can continue on.
I think so. I know that people are born with different things. I'm not totally against saying that they were born that way, because some people are born with both female and male organs. I can't think of it.
Tiny percentage of.
Well, I mean, still though, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I just think it's gotten to a whole new level of trying to transition people into the opposite gender, the normalization of that, especially trying to teach that to children in schools. I mean, it's just absolutely.
Yeah, I think that, kids should be aware, but going in and having school plays and You know, like I have a nephew who's a drag queen.
You do?
I do.
How
And
old is he?
he's 30 some and he's married.
To a man?
Yes.
Oh my.
Yeah. And I've been to one of his shows. I say the first and the last, twice, first and the last.
Okay.
I'm not into that,
Okay.
but a very artistic and very intelligent, very giving young man. Actually, he's one of the main leaders at a Presbyterian church.
Hold on, you're telling me your homosexual nephew who is also a drag performer is a leader at his Presbyterian church.
Absolutely. And his people, his fellow parishioners, have gone to his performances.
So let me ask you this. If drag performers and, homosexuals are actively participating and leading in the church, I mean, the Bible's very clear about it. Those who lead and, teach about Jesus are held to a much higher standard. And if they teach wrongly, then there is harsh punishments. But if we're allowing these types of people to lead in the church, how does that make the church any different from the world? I mean, that's just basically embracing sin and every worldly activity and saying that's okay.
I think they are taking the approach that Jesus loves them. And yeah, and he does love everybody.
I think that's man's manipulation of scripture and the Lord's word. That's just my opinion.
Preacher's daughter.
I'm actually not. I tell you, I'm actually very passionate about speaking about Jesus because I lived a life of sin for a long time, and I wasn't saved by Jesus until I was 30 years old. And so I lived 30 years of debauchery, sin, terrible behavior, and thank God the Lord pulled me out of that. And I'm so grateful. He's changed my life so radically since I was saved. And so I'm very passionate about, being compassionate for others that are living in sin, but also trying to hold firm on true biblical values and not conform with the ways of the world and embrace behavior that is, strictly prohibited in scripture.
I don't know that I'm embracing the behavior other than I'm not participating in it, but I will talk to them. I witnessed a lot of people, about Jesus because I love my Jesus.
Well, I'm glad you love the Lord. And, I'm grateful that you talk to people about him. And that's why I came to you, because of your shirt that I like very much. So, I think we need to just stand firm on the word and stand true to his truth and not bend and conform to what the world says is okay.
About, women preachers, the church that I grew up in and was in for years and years.
Yeah.
A woman could not be a pastor.
Yeah.
The church I'm in now, they do allow it.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, are you a fan of that? Do you think that's good?
Jesus used women
in other ways, but not to lead. I mean, the Bible is clear about it. Once again, I think if we don't hold firm to what is outlined in the Bible, then it's so easy for man to come in and manipulate and twist and go so far as to say that homosexuality is okay because Jesus loves everyone. It's a very fine line. So I think that's why we have to hold true to what's actually outlined.
Okay.
I'm saying what other people try to say. Your nephew tries to say that, right? I mean, is that his outlook? It's okay because Jesus loves everyone?
I really haven't talked to him personally.
Okay.
I do know that I used to be, in my ignorance, be afraid, like they would hit on me. I worked for the state, and so they employ a lot of gay people.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking, I thought, how stupid. And I got to meet one-on-one and saw how intelligent and what they offered. It took away that opinion of them.
Yeah. Well, it's not to say, they're not good people. I'm sure they're very nice. And, I used to be friends with a lot of these people too back in the day. But when the Lord, convicted me and I repented of my sins, I felt it was, something that I had to do to distance myself from being super close. That's not to say don't go out and witness to them. Don't be friendly with them. Don't be nice to them. But I think, we just have to hold firm on our values and beliefs and tell them, the Lord loves them, yes, but he also wants you to turn away from your sins. So anyway, I really appreciate you talking with us today.
And you said you didn't become a Christian until you were 30?
Yes.
Well, you don't even look 30 now.
Oh, I love you. Thank you. You're so sweet. Yeah, I've just turned, well, not just now. Back in March, I turned 33. So I'm 33, and yeah, I
So
live.
you have been a new Christian then.
I'm a new Christian. Yeah,
Awesome.
very new. Still learning, obviously.
I am too at 73.
I mean, we always are, right? That's the beauty of our walk with the Lord, is that we're still constantly always learning, and I think that's beautiful.
Absolutely, yes.
Well, thank you so much for your time and your
And what
insight.
is this?
You're talking to Lindell TV right now. Lindell TV, visit us at lindelltv.com. You can also check out mypillow.com. I don't know if you've ever slept on a MyPillow, but you definitely should if you want to have the best sleep of your life. And if you're interested, you can use promo code DC at mypillow.com. So check it out.
Mypillow.com. Awesome.
All right.
Okay, it was nice talking with you.
Absolutely. Pleasure. Thank you so much. And God bless
And
you.
you're Heather?
Allison.
Oh, Allison.
Yes. What was your name again?
Laura.
Laura. Very nice to meet you, Laura.
Nice to
Take
meet you.
care. Have a great trip.
You too. Go with it.
Okay. Oh, you have a little fan club. That's so cute.
I let the little guy pedal me over.
Oh, good. Good call. All right. Have fun, guys. Uh-oh. I think I just stepped on my little cord here. Are we still connected? All right. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good, thanks. Tell us about your sign here.
Oh, I stay here second time because it's a long history. Last year was when I stay here. FBI assaulted me, and right now I stay here and ask protection, White House or President Donald Trump.
They suspected you of being a spy.
Oh yeah, it started 8 years ago. 8 years ago, I asked asylum, and immigration judge Jacinta Melamina gave me asylum in United States.
Okay.
I have legal status, all legal documents, but FBI, after my court, FBI told that we don't believe you.
This is under the FBI under Biden or Trump?
No. It started 8 years ago, 2018. Yeah, when I asked asylum. Yeah, and FBI, after my court, told that we don't believe you. We think that you are a Russian spy.
Really?
Yeah. After that, they made more crimes. 2 times stolen my bank account, and last year, when I stay here, they assaulted me. Now I have proofs. If you wanna, just a second, I show you.
Okay. You said you're legal. You have all your paperwork and everything, all your documentation.
I tried looking lawyer, but when they know about FBI, they tell me that sorry, we're very busy right now. You need to go to another law company.
Okay.
Last year, when I stayed here, I back in Portland, Oregon, and you can look. It's Portland Police Bureau. It's my report case number. It was assault me 2 person, 1, 2. FBI redacted all information. Yeah, and now around 1 month ago, I asked help my congresswoman Maxine Dexter from Oregon. She sent me a message that. Sorry.
He's just putting his stuff away.
Yeah.
Okay, so you talked to the congresswoman. Who was it? Maxine what?
Maxine Dexter. It's congresswoman from Portland,
Okay.
Oregon. Yeah, you can look. It's her answer.
Maxine Dexter, Oregon's 3rd congressional district.
Yeah. Dear Alexei, thank you for contacting. I have contacted the Department of Justice on your behalf, and we will reach back out once we receive a response. Now I stay here. I'm waiting appointment from Department of Justice
Okay.
because I tried make appointment around 9 months. And I had not feedback. That's why I asked help my congresswoman.
Okay.
And I hope that I will have appointment on Department of
So you're
Justice.
just waiting on an appointment with the DOJ.
Yeah, because I have more proofs. It's a police report. It's a report from hospital with my injuries. Yeah, after assault. I have 3 reports from police that I told about situation with my bank accounts that it was stolen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what initially happened that led them to thinking that you were a Russian spy? I mean, how did this all transpire initially?
Oh, they ask because when I ask asylum,
Uh-huh.
in my country I had a business,
Okay.
KGB in my country.
Mhm.
It's like FBI here. One is that I pay bribe. I don't. I told that I will not pay bribe, and I come in United States, ask asylum, and show information that KGB wants that I pay bribe. But FBI here thinks that you had not company. We know that it was fake, and KGB make a fake history for you.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
But we know that you're a real spy. I thought, okay, if you have a proofs,
Uh-huh.
if you know it, you can arrest me, you can make investigation, and judge sent me in jail. What's the problem?
Yeah.
They told, no, best way for you, it's buy flight tickets and back in your country.
Wow.
I told no because I have legal status, social security, work authorization. I'm not bad person. I was not in jail.
Uh-huh.
I had not mental problem or drug addicts. Yeah, I have legal income. Yeah, in Portland, Oregon.
What do you do in Oregon?
I'm a Lyft driver. Yeah, you can look. Yeah, I have legal income. I'm not a bad person. For 8 years that I live in the United States, I was not in jail. I did not make a crime. Yeah, I'm not a bad person. All that I want that FBI stay me alone
Yeah.
and give me guarantees that it will not repeat again.
Yeah, I understand. Well, that's a tough situation, and I'm sorry that you're dealing with that. And I hope you get your meeting with the DOJ. So good luck to you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. You
Thank
too. Take care. All right, interesting stuff here in front of the White House. We are live with Lindell TV in Washington, D.C., in front of the White House. Interesting folks out today. Potentially just talked to a Russian spy. Not sure about that situation. But, I mean, I don't think he would be standing out here with a sign if he wasn't innocent. I wish the best for him. Hopefully he is actually legal. You never know these days. But I'll leave that one to the DOJ and ICE to figure out. Alrighty, let's see who else we got here. Hello. He's running away from me. All right, he didn't want to be on camera. Let's see who else we got here. All right, we're going to make our way back over this way. Hi. All right, let's see who we got here. Well, it's a little chill day out here in front of the White House. Not too much going on. But maybe these nice people want to talk. Hello.
Hello.
Where are you guys from?
Speak English.
No? Oh, French. Okay. Well, have a great time in DC. All right. No English. Hello. How are you? Good, thank you. Where are you guys from?
From Nashua, New Hampshire.
From where?
Nashua, New Hampshire.
Oh, New Hampshire. Okay, nice. What brings you to DC?
Just to visit.
Visiting. Nice. Is it your first time here?
Yes, first time.
Welcome. What do you think of President Trump and the work he's doing in the White House?
You know, we rather keep our opinion.
Yeah.
Keep your opinions.
Yeah,
We want to hear your opinions, though. No?
You're doing what you're doing, so we keep our opinion to ourselves. You know what I mean?
Right. Fair enough. Well, thanks, guys. Have a great trip, okay? Take care. How about you? Welcome.
I'm good.
Good. Where are you from?
We're from Israel.
Israel.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very cool. What brings you all the way to DC?
We came here to see the White House.
Yeah?
That's our dream since we were younger, to see the White House
I have
because
a meeting with the president.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
We still have 1 hour. Yeah.
That is awesome.
President Trump.
What is he gonna do? What are you guys gonna discuss in your meeting?
I'm not gonna say it here because
It's secret.
Top secret?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, what's going on in Israel? How are things over there right now?
Right now it's better.
Yeah.
It was worse, but now it's better. Everybody just want peace, you know.
Yeah. Do you think Trump's action?
Helped.
You do?
It really helped for peace and for everything.
So
Really helped.
everything, it's toning down and things are.
Yeah, we
are
support
getting-
Trump there.
That's amazing. Okay, that's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that because it was getting crazy over there for a while. But how do you think the rest of the country is feeling? Are they like on board with what President Trump has done here?
Yeah. I think everybody is like supporting him
Mhm.
because he's really helping us with everything.
Yeah.
With the war,
Mhm.
with like everything that we need.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
What do you think about Benjamin Netanyahu?
I was gonna ask you what you thought about it.
What do you think about
What do I think about him?
He's the king, don't you think?
I don't think anyone's king. I think Jesus is king.
Jesus?
Yeah.
Oh,
What do you think about Jesus?
we don't believe in Jesus.
You don't believe in Jesus?
No, he is believing Jesus.
no.
You believe in Jesus?
No.
Why not?
In Israel, we are Jews. We're not
Well,
Christians.
I understand that, but there's a lot of Jews there's a lot of Christians
Yeah, there are.
in Israel, and you know, I'm actually
That's a
of
high
Jewish
quality
descent.
camera.
Yeah, it is.
That's
Top
a-
of the line.
Yeah.
I am of Jewish descent, but I believe in Jesus.
Really?
Yeah. My last name's Steinberg, so
Steinberg.
Yeah.
That's a Jewish name.
very Jewish.
Steinberg.
Yes. But I came to know the Lord, and I encourage you guys to do the same. You should check out Jews for Jesus.
Jews.
Oh, what is Jews for Jesus?
It's a really
for Jesus.
yeah, it's a really good site. You should
That
check it out.
sounds not. I mean, Jews
What,
for Jesus.
now,
it's not
what do you think about Israel situation? What do you think?
I'm glad that there's peace. I want peace.
Now you are gonna be the one talking, okay?
Oh, come on. What do I think about what?
What do you think about the country, Israel? And
I think that, you know, it's really sad what has been going on
Okay.
over there. I think that peace is absolutely necessary. I'm so pleased that what President Trump has done has seemingly brought peace over there, and I pray for peace continually.
he brought peace.
Yeah.
And great things.
Yeah, he's doing great things. Yeah, I just think that we need to get to a place where there's peace and everyone can be sufficient.
I agree with that.
And then we can get some of the focus back over here in America because we have a lot of our own problems too that we need to fix. So I think we need to focus on that.
The
here.
tariffs?
The tariffs, of course.
What do you think about the tariffs?
What do I think about the tariffs? I think the tariffs so far have been amazing. They're generating a ton of money for America. They're, you know, making it so that we're no longer getting the short end of the stick and that we are bringing billions of dollars back into America.
So far, like countries all over the world just got money from the U.S.
Yeah.
Tariffs. And
It's
now-
amazing.
Yeah.
I mean,
The stock market crashed, but now it's better.
yeah, but that's because all these fake economists said it was going to be bad, but they're all wrong. It's all fake news anyway. So what do they know?
Yeah, now the tariffs are like making America wealthy. Like,
Exactly.
wealthy and getting their money back.
That's what we're doing, making America wealthy again.
Yeah, and
Great again.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wait, you from around?
I am a reporter in DC, yes.
You have plans for later? Maybe I can get.
I'm actually married, but
Oh,
thank you very much.
Have a great time.
Nice try. Have a great time and have a good meeting with Trump. All right, guys.
We can see that.
Yeah, Lindell TV. Check it out on Lindell TV. LindellTV.com and MyPillow.com. Promo code DC. There you have it, guys. All righty. Does that do it for this?
Yes.
Okay, that does it for this half hour of DC Live. Thank you all so much for tuning in. This has been a really fun day, and I hope you all enjoy this segment. My name is Allison Steinberg, and we have the Mike Lindell Show up next. Kara Castronova is going to be joining Mike, so stay tuned for that. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
With everybody talking about making America healthy again, I thought today'd be a great day to talk to all my fellow patriots about the importance of making your homes healthy again. Well, we have proudly partnered with airwaterhealing.com and their revolutionary whole home air purification system. The V3 from Air Water Healing does 3,000 square feet of purification. It eliminates dust, mold, viruses, and odors. But here's the part I love. They require no filters to ever be changed and virtually no maintenance. Whether you suffer from asthma, allergies, seasonal bronchitis, or just want to protect your family from the flu or even greater threats, don't wait to get your V3 from airwaterhealing.com today. Use code Lindell for 20% off in savings and free shipping. That's promo code Lindell at airwaterhealing.com. Whether it's being a weekend warrior or spending time with your family, feeling your best is the key to doing the things you love. That's why I'm excited to tell you about Nirvanta. It's a natural solution designed to help you stay active and live well naturally. Nirvanta is a topical blend of all natural essential oils like frankincense, myrrh, and a proprietary gold standard plant stock extract. It's perfect for your hands, feet, knees, back, or anywhere else that needs a little extra care. Use Nirvanta proactively as part of your daily maintenance routine, and you're guaranteed you're going to feel the difference. Simply massage Nirvanta in for at least 60 seconds, 2 to 3 times a day to get the best results. And if you're not completely satisfied, you get your money back. No questions asked. There's simply no risk and no reason not to try Nirvanta today. Right now, you get 15% off with code Lindell exclusively at nirvantahealth.com. So stop reaching out for that medicine cabinet. Get Nirvanta instead and experience the difference. Go to nirvantahealth.com. Use code Lindell to get 15% off today. Nirvanta Health. Live well naturally.